Hey Joe, I just got your inspection report and I've just opened it for the first time. Kind of wanted to go through each of the lines with you and talk to you about some items that are commonly placed on the honeydew list, which is called the Treatments, Repairs, and Replacement List, or TRR for short, but I always call it the honeydew list. But anyway, I just kind of wanted to go through this and tell you some typical things that are included in the TRR, and then some typical things that buyers don't usually ask for because sellers don't usually agree to them. And before I go too far, I just want to take you back to page 3 of the contract, which talks about the purpose of the honeydew list and kind of what the, for lack of a better term, the spirit of the honeydew list is, which is basically for the buyer to point out any defective items that affect the livability of the home. And you can pull that up on page 3. I'm sorry, actually it's page 4 of the contract. It's paragraph C, and it's in section 1 and 2 there. So anyway, you might want to just pause this and go look at that part of your contract and then come back. But here we go. Roof drainage system. So it says that there are no gutters present on the structure. Gutters are recommended because they collect rainwater from the roof and direct it away from the building. That makes complete sense. Here's the problem. The fact that there aren't any gutters does not make it defective. If there were gutters that were damaged, yes, it could be something that we could ask for because there's an item that was included in the home and is not in normal working order. But we can't go back and ask them to add things. Like we couldn't say, add gutters or add TV mounts. You can't go back and ask them to add more things to the house that don't already exist. Well, I take that back. You can ask for anything that you want. That's just not something that a seller would typically agree to. Number 2, chimney crown cracking, deteriorating. Absolutely, this is something that needs to go on the TRR because, as you can see, the crown is deteriorating, and that's going to allow water to seep through, and that's going to cause a lot of issues on the inside of the house. So this is 100% something that would be expected to show up on the honeydew list and would be expected for the seller to do. Damaged siding, same thing here. Anywhere you've got damaged siding, you could get critters crawling in there, you could get water seeping through. So yes, I would absolutely ask for this as well. Any lights that aren't functioning, I would definitely ask for. They'd probably just need new bulbs, but still, let's make it their problem to make the lights functional, and then go from there. Insulation missing or damaged, so that's probably the refrigerant line. Yep, it's a refrigerant line coming off of the air conditioner. So that refrigerant line is what takes cool air from the unit outside and runs it through your ducts. And you have what kind of looks like a pool noodle that's been sliced open on one side, and then it just kind of folds over the refrigerant line just to keep it insulated. That is also something that's typically asked for. Open conduit. So the conduit has just split and you have exposed wires, which could be a safety hazard. That absolutely is something that goes on the list. Cracked drywall, that's not something that usually a seller would agree to because it's just cosmetic in nature and it doesn't affect the livability of the home, especially with it being in the garage. Loose hardware alignment on the garage. Some of the hardware on the ladder was loose at the time of inspection. It needs to be tightened. Doesn't seem to extend out to the ground. Yeah, let's ask for that too. That affects the livability if you can't get up into your attic properly. Failed seal. Man, this is a tough one. So technically, if the window opens and closes, then it is working and it is not defective. However, what happens, especially with older windows, is that you've got two pieces of glass, and then you've usually got gas filled between the two, and that's your double pane, and it's sealed. But what happens is over time, the seal just goes bad, and then you get fogginess inside the window because moisture gets trapped. It doesn't affect the livability though, so it's very rare that a seller would agree to that. Master bedroom, damaged blinds. So window coverings are a part of the contract. There's a lot of times the sellers won't repair those because, again, they don't affect the livability of the home. You can ask for it, but they usually won't repair those. Master bathroom shower, missing hardware. Yep, they've got to fix that. We've got to have plumbing working. Bedroom 3, northeast door. The door sticks and is tough to open. I would ask for that to be repaired. Absolutely. Can you live without a door that is tough to open and needs to be sanded down? Sure, but that's something that would be an annoyance. So I would definitely ask for that. Is that it? Wow, that's a short report. So in summary, I would not ask for the guttering. I would not ask for the drywall crack to be repaired. I would not ask for the failed seal or the blinds. But I would ask for everything else. That's actually a really clean house. I was expecting a lot more. Usually it's many, many more pages than that. So this has actually been a really well-maintained house. Great for you. Anyway, at the end of the day, what goes on the honey-do list is 100% your call. I'm going to type it up with my recommendations, but you're not going to hurt my feelings at all if you want to add or remove anything. But I'm going to type it up, send it to you, and you just tell me how you'd like to proceed. If you're happy with my suggestions, just sign it and I'll get it submitted. Otherwise, let me know what to tweak and I'll take care of it. Thanks.